Beautiful people, welcome back to our channel and thank you so much for joining today. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, boy, my name is Milton and also I am the chairman of the Broke community. Yes, I know I have a lot of people who are from the Broke community as well, so I am the chairman. Thank you so much. If you want to be the chair lady or the chair brother, chair anything, just indicate in the comment section and equally let me know where you are watching from. Today's video we are going to be talking about update. This is more or less like an update, but I will talk about some key points you need to note in case you want to apply for a study permit to Canada. And after I talk about this, I'm going to talk about a scenario of somebody who booked an appointment last time with me. Then after we talk, they did the corrections. Then what IRCC told them again and rejected her sister's visa. I'm going to explain that to you. But before I continue with this video, I just want to tell you that someone moved to New Brunswick. I got her the admissions. They applied for the visa with my guidance, mentorship, and she moved. Today, just this evening, there was someone I was coaching as well. He applied for a visa, a study visa, a residence permit, I beg your pardon, to Finland. That residence permit was approved few days back, so he told me today. Okay, so at least I'm doing something good, right? Please guys, like this video to encourage me. All I need from you is your likes and your subscription. Please subscribe as well. Without wasting more time, let's move along. I want to talk about the issue of the proof of funds to study in Canada. Guys, look, I always say that anything I know, I will share it here, because all these things I'm saying, I didn't know of them in 2015 when I make my first move abroad. But a lot of things happened and so many people wanted. Anyways, that is a story for another day. So if you want to study in Canada, then you should know how your program is, know how the tuition fee is. Because this video is about proof of funds, I'm going to explain some key things to you that you need to put into consideration. One, first of all, let's talk about the people that can sponsor you. Who are the people? You as the applicant watching me, you can sponsor yourself. Does it mean that you are going to use only the bank statement from your bank? Does it mean that you are going to show a loan only and that is all? No, that is not how bank statement or proof of funds to study in Canada works. Now, the second person who can sponsor you is your father. The third person is your mother. The fourth person are your siblings, or the people who can sponsor you on the fourth position are your siblings. Now, what is proof of funds? Proof of funds is a document or a proof you are showing to the Canadian government, which in this case is, we refer to them as the immigration or IRCC, that you have enough money that when you move to Canada, you can be able to pay your accommodation, you can be able to buy food, you can be able to transport yourself from anywhere you are going without the support of the government and without you doing any part-time job. This is what they know. Remember, when you are applying for the proof of funds, when you are applying for the residence permit to Canada or the study permit, I beg your pardon, the government wants to always know that you are going to return to your home country. Point number one. And the second option is they want to always know that you can cope in Canada without doing part-time jobs. Of course, working 20 hours per week is allowed, but they want to know that you can cope without working in Canada. So now, let's start with the first individual. Let's assume that you are applying for a school. You don't have a father, you don't have a mother, you don't have siblings. Probably maybe you are just a broke village boy like me. What are you going to do? Now, in this case, you are the one who is going to sponsor yourself. I know you want to ask me, Milton, why can't my cousin or my uncle or maybe my auntie sponsor me? Brother, if you are using these people, this category of people for your visa application for Canada, your chances of getting the visa, instead of 100, it is already at 80%, which means you already lost 20% from maybe the visa officer. He will be looking at their file like, where, okay, this person is saying that he is using his auntie for proof of funds. Has his auntie been sponsoring him from the onset? There is no document like that on your application. Therefore, you already lose the chance. So, if you want to sponsor yourself as an applicant, this is what you need to do. If you work, take your employment contract, scan it. If you have pay slips, scan it, right? Go to your company, tell your human resource department or maybe the manager or director to write a letter to prove that when you finish your studies, you are going to return back to your company and you are good to go. Then you attach your bank statement. You attach the letter of from your company called the is it how are they calling it, the other document to prove that the account is yours. You attach it and your bank statement, right? Then now that is in the case if you work as an applicant. Now, let's assume that you don't work, right? Let's assume that you are going for a program. Oh, no, let's assume that you work, okay, and you are going for a program. You are trying to convince the visa officer to give you the visa, right? Excellent. You are going for a program. Let's assume that maybe you are an accountant in your company and you are going to study business and financial management in Canada for 1 year. Now, you need to make the visa officer understand that you would return back home. Even if you don't want to convince them that you will return back home, make them see reasons with you that you are going to come back to your company. And in this case, you are not coming to work on the same position. Maybe when you return to your company is going to add your ranking. All right, maybe you are now going to move to a financial manager or something, not the same rank as you left. In this case, collect a document from your company to show that you are going to return back to your company and maybe have an increment in salary, or maybe you are going to be promoted to a new position. This is how you show proof of funds and, of course, supporting documents. Let's assume that you are moving to Canada as an international student, and after your study program, of course, you are going to come back to your home country, but you do not work. What you do, rather, you have a business. In this case, the very first thing you need to do is, first of all, look for a program that relates to business management, business and project management, business administration, things related to business. You apply for them. Now, when it comes to proof of funds, you already have your own business, right? Excellent. That business, you must prove that it's registered. Yes. Get the business registration documents, get all the tax document, get the insurance, everything related to that business. Even take photos of yourself at that business site. Take pictures of yourself to prove that it's your business. All right. Then you attach them to the online application. Now, the reason why you are attaching these documents is because, remember, you still need to explain in your letter of explanation that the reason is you have money from your business, you are generating money and all of that. Then those documents will now support to prove that the business is actually your business, right? Excellent. Now, the business documents will support your business, and the fact that you are earning from that business, you are now going to explain to the visa officer that you are the one to sponsor yourself, and you also take pictures of your business. Excellent. This method can work strictly for you. It can work 100%, and before you know, you will get the visa to Canada. Someone has used this method and the person migrated. Now, let's assume that you do not work, right? Let's assume that you got admissions. Your husband is the one sponsoring you. Then you don't work. Remember, I have not talked about documents to prove your home ties. Documents to prove your home ties are documents to prove that you have to return back to your home country after you finish the program. Now, you don't work, but you are married. Your husband works. Get documents from your husband. Your husband is the one sponsoring you. Let him produce his bank statement. Then let him produce his bank attestation. That is the bank attestation I forgot before. Then you now get his pay slips, right? Excellent. If he lives in a different country, let him also show proof that he is legal in that country with his documents. If he is living in the same country as you, let him show all those documents with his pay slips. Then you scan all of them, right? Then you upload to the online application. Then you write a very solid letter of explanation. Remember, you are married. Now, in this case, you need to do a document to prove that what? You are actually married. Your marriage certificate must be there. One, pictures of your traditional marriage. One of your court wedding. Maybe one of the general ceremony. You are good to go, right? Maybe you have been doing transactions with your husband in terms of money. Take screenshot of them. WhatsApp messages can help the situation as well. If your files are too big, compress them. This is to prove that you are actually saying the truth. You understand? The visa officer wants you to make sure that At least they want to know that you are actually saying the truth. Then let's assume that maybe you are not married. If you have a boyfriend but you are not married, it's not possible because there is nothing legally binding the two of you together. In this case, get your father or mother to do the sponsorship. If your father is sponsoring you, your father should prove that he works. How much does he earn per month? Where are the pay slips? You add the documents together, you scan them. If they are generating money from an external business and the business is not registered, why not? Go to the business side, take pictures of yourself. If you have proofs that you are generating money, scan all those documents, you upload them online. This is how you do proof of funds, to prove that you are actually going to study in Canada and you are going to return back. Remember, I'm saying this is just proof of funds. I'm not talking about home ties and the other documentation that you need to supply, because there are videos on this channel already to help you access that. Okay, so you have to explain yourself properly. Do not forget that you have to be explaining yourself chronologically. You need to prove home ties. On your home ties, you need to explain your letter of explanation as well, which is a different document on its own, and you have to explain your home ties on your letter of explanation. If you are traveling, you are leaving your kids, excellent. You are explaining to the visa officer that you have kids, you are leaving them, you are leaving your husband behind. Where is your marriage certificate? Where are the kids' birth certificate? You show them. Maybe you are leaving your father behind who is sick, and maybe he has a particular complication that the hospital is aware of, and the hospital gave you a paper. Attach that paper and explain that is your home ties, to prove that you are going to return back to your home country. It is very simple as ABC, guys. Then for those of you who are telling me that certain people are telling you that you can move to Canada without biometrics, guys, when you submit your visa application, it's going to take maximum 1 or 2 days. Then you are going to get a response from IRCC. A link will come to you to book an appointment based on the country in which you are. They are going to send that link to you. You are going to book an appointment, and then when the appointment is confirmed by the VFS office or Canadian embassy in your home country, you go and you give your biometrics. And you come back and you relax. Not like people telling you that they are waiting for you. They have submitted your application. They are waiting for 4 months, 5 months. They are lying to you. They didn't do anything. Okay, ask them for your user's name and your password of your IRCC account and see. Then you check your own application. A lawyer came to me last time. He booked an appointment. Before I forget, if you need an appointment with me, please book from the video description box. All right. He was like, Milton, I am so disappointed. I logged into my IRCC account and I saw a lot of things we were not right. These are the type of things, guys. So this is an update on proof of funds. Now, let me explain what I said at the beginning of this video. Remember, I said I was going to explain something to you. So after I mentored these people, or this girl, her sister's visa was rejected because of letter of explanation. She didn't do it well. Then now I told them what to do, told them how to go about the proof of funds. Then they arranged everything. Now the sister applied again. Then the visa was rejected again. Then this young lady got back to me. Then from what I realized is that there are only two things in my brain. She was going to NBCC, right? Yes, she was applying to go to NBCC. Now, the reason the embassy was given this time around is all those other reasons that she was rejected for, I told them and they corrected it, and they didn't mention that again. Now the embassy is saying that, or IRCC is saying that, the money in her sister's account, that is, the applicant is being sponsored by her sister in the United States. The money, the visa officer is saying that the money in her sister's account is not enough. Oh, let's just say, no, they didn't say enough. They said the money in her sister's account, she didn't also prove that she can study in Canada without working a part-time job. That is, their own reason was just that the girl didn't prove that she can study in Canada without doing part-time jobs. And you understand why. The money in her sister's account was very heavy. All the documents to prove that she's working, she's legal in USA, everything was okay. Now they are saying that she didn't prove that she cannot work or study in Canada without working in Canada. You know where the problem came from? Now they are trying to say that since this person is her sister, she didn't prove enough. That is to say, they were supposed to put some money in her own account, because they believe that since it is her sister, She, in one way or the other, she might not supply everything to her. So having her own personal money or her own personal bank account with money inside could help a lot. This was just what they wanted to see, but we never knew about it, because we believe that if the sister has a lot of money, they are going to grant her the visa. But unfortunately, it wasn't that way. So guys, I'm explaining this thing to you so you understand. If your sister is sponsoring you, also get your own personal bank statement and support your proof of funds. It is very, very important and will help you. I hope this video helps you. This is what I wanted to say. Till we meet again in another one. More videos are dropping in the days ahead, so do not forget to subscribe, guys. Please subscribe now and support the movement. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.